Hey everyone, welcome to a new sip and share. It's been a little while since I've shared one of my Wednesday sit down videos. If you're new, hello, my name is Rainbow. I call these sip and shares because I sip something and share things. It's very creative. Okay, so on Instagram, I was asked a while ago to do an assumptions about me video. These are, as you could tell from the title, these are everywhere right now, and I wasn't going to do one, and then I asked everybody on Instagram and majority voted for in favor. Honestly, I was really nervous to do this because I feel like, first of all, I should say that this is a refreshing take on the regular Q&A that YouTubers tend to go for. It's something different, which I like. That's intriguing. And it's always interesting to hear how people perceive you and to see what is being taken from what you're giving, if that makes sense. Like, it's always interesting to see, from my perspective, I have one way that I think people perceive me or that I want to be perceived, and then I don't know if that is actually perceived in the way that I think it is. So that makes it interesting, but I was also really nervous to do this, and I did put it off for a while because people can be jerks, and although I don't really experience that many people being rude or mean, thankfully you guys are amazing, it's still a little nerve-wracking because I feel like what's your assumption about me gives people a little more leeway to be mean if they want to. So I asked on Instagram, I said, I only have one rule: please be as honest as you would like, but just don't be a dick. And nobody was a dick, which was really, really, really nice. 99% of everybody who watches and interacts with me are so nice, but I do have like that 1% that just gets snarky for no reason, and like they just won't find somewhere else to go. Welcome to the internet. Anyway, I don't want this to be too long, so I'm going to start and get through as many as I can. I just picked a bunch of them, and we'll see how many I manage to get through. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So the first assumption is that you're calm and very healthy. Hashtag goals. Thank you very much. I would say I am. This is like half true. I'm calm a lot of the time. I strive to be calm. I also have moments of anxiety. I used to suffer from anxiety quite badly when I was younger, and especially a new mom. And I've worked really hard to combat that, and now I feel like I have a really, really good grip of my anxiety and of just like control. I used to be kind of a control freak because I grew up not having control, so that was really hard for me to manage in my adult life as well. So for the most part, I am calm, but I do get anxious, I do get worried, I can kind of start to like spiral into a bit of a panic, but it doesn't happen very often. So for the most part, I am calm. And as for healthy goes, I think I'm fairly healthy, but I also think there's a lot of, and I've gone through a lot of stages in health where I was like super healthy, super strict, and then like super not, and then now I'm kind of a little mix of everything, and I feel like that is a healthy balance. So I think I could be healthier, but I think for me, for body, mind, and soul, pretty healthy. Although I do need to like eat better still. I feel like I could always eat better and exercise more. One day I'll find time for those. Anyway, that was talky, of course. Your assumption about me is that you don't snore when you sleep. This one made me laugh. I don't think I snore when I sleep. Let me rephrase that. I don't snore when I sleep. I am pretty confident to say I do not snore when I sleep. But there are exceptions. If I'm really exhausted, Cody has told me I've snored before, and if I'm sick, I snore. But for the most part, I don't snore, like at all. So, no. That's true. Okay, the next one is sometimes I'm jealous of you because you seem to have everything perfectly together. That one's heavy, guys. Okay. I really hope that I come across in a way, I really try to be as transparent as I can about the fact that I don't have everything together. And that is why YouTube is such an important thing for me, is because it's a way I can literally show you how flawed I am, or just how human I am, right? But with anything, I'm not showing you like the hard, really hard parts. And I'm not showing you the temper tantrums with kids and all the stuff like that. I talk about it as much as I can without, harming their privacy or anything like that. But I feel like it's normal to think that other people have it more together than you, because we're constantly seeing clips of people, whether it be in real life, you're just sitting down with a friend for coffee, or you run into so-and-so at the store. It's all just a bunch of clips of people and like moments strung together to create what you think is this person's whole life. And that's really normal to perceive that, and I think most people do. It's just a normal thing that we do. But without talking too much, I'm not perfect at all, and I don't have things perfectly together. I am organized, and that probably stems from like wanting to control things, and it helps my anxiety to be more organized. But even when I am organized, I still mess up. Like, do you think I manage to keep up with my cleaning schedule all the time perfectly every week? Hell no. I have a sink full of dirty dishes right now. I haven't swept my floor today. I have a laundry room full of laundry because I was changing around the kids' room instead of doing cleaning. I'm sitting here filming this in my underwear. I have laundry on my couch. There's like, no, I really, 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 really want you to know that I am not perfect. I am only human, because nobody is perfect. Nobody is. And if they tell you that, run away, because they're liars. But I don't have everything perfectly together. I think a big reason where maybe that might seem that way, because this is not the first time I've heard that, is my attitude. I try and stay positive about everything. I try to laugh off the bumps and the spills and the oopses and the harder parts of life, because that for me is easier to cope with. I feel like when I have a more positive attitude about things don't seem as bad. So it's all about perspective for me, and I do try to project that, because sharing that also helps me remember it and practice that and keep it true for me in my life. So just to stop talking so much, I don't have everything perfectly together, and I hope you know that. And I hope that if you're feeling like everybody else has it perfectly together and it's just not you, I really hope you find that that's not true. And I hope that you find some people who are very human, just to lift that weight off your shoulders and to relate to. And I really, really hope that if you don't have that, you find it soon. Okay, so the next one. My assumption is that you aren't a germaphobe like me, and that you have a lot of patience. Interesting. I wouldn't say I'm a germaphobe, but again, I totally used to be. Like, oh man, it was bad, guys. My house was like toothbrush scrubbed all the time. It was exhausting. It was horrible. Nobody could hold Mackenzie as a baby. Like, oh no, germs are bad. And now I feel like as I've like matured in especially like my more natural motherhood, natural life, natural like remedies, all that kind of stuff, in that section of myself, I feel like I've gained a new relationship with germs. Some germs are really good for you and really beneficial, and you need them in your life. And so I think that helped me. But I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm definitely cautious of germs. I still don't love germs. Like, it makes me so angry when I see a kid in a group of kids who is clearly sick, and I'm like, why did you bring them here? What is wrong with you? And that makes me so frustrated. So like, and I'm like, no, don't touch my kids, stay away. So there's definitely part of me, like with a lot of things, like I clean, like, oh man, don't get me started on things like hotels. That was one of my first jobs, was working in a hotel. So I don't like germs, but I wouldn't say I'm a germaphobe. I'm getting a much healthier relationship with that, and I feel like I have a healthy relationship with germs and a healthy disdain for some germs. And the second part of that being in that I have a lot of patience. You see, I get told this a lot, even in person, like people really close to me tell me I have so much patience. I don't see it myself, so I'm not sure. I'm always, like, I sit down at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I need some more patience. And I wish I was more patient and more this today. And I am, but again, it's just something I've learned, and it's taken years to practice, and yoga changed my life. I say that all the time, but yoga really did change my life, especially in patience and presence. And whenever, you can tell when I'm practicing regularly too, because I will be calmer and I will be more patient and I'll be more relaxed about things. So I am definitely patient, but that's only because I have a really good toolkit. I have an amazing husband. I have great kids, but I definitely fuck up. So don't think that I don't. I have lost my shit at my kids. I am regularly kind of a mean mom and then cry about it and apologize. We are all human, right? Like, I am not always nice and I'm not always patient, and I just try to apologize for it and do better. That's all you can do, right? I hope so. Okay. The next one. And the assumption is that you are too hard on yourself and second-guess decisions. You're doing great. That's really sweet. Cody tells me all the time I'm too hard on myself. And I'm definitely learning. I used to think that was a really bad thing, to be like, no, I can't admit that I'm too hard on myself because that would make me lazy. Hello, Rainbow, that's being pretty hard on yourself. I'm learning now, as I'm getting older, that I definitely can be really hard on myself all the time. That's just kind of my personality. I want to give good things to people, so I expect really good things out of myself because I don't ever want to be a hypocrite. I don't know. So I feel like that is true. And second-guessing decisions, I second-guess myself all the damn time. That is something I'm working really hard right now on. Like, it used to be way worse, and I know it annoys Cody sometimes because I'll be like, what do you think about this? Like, sometimes I like won't make a decision without asking him, or I used to, and now I'm really flexing those muscles of like not second guessing my decisions so much. And I don't know, I'm such an overthinker and I'm such a detail oriented person. Like, I think of something and I think of like all the scenarios that could happen around it and what would happen in case of this and what would happen because of this, and I'm very like practical, and I don't know, I apply all my knowledge into things, which is sometimes not, that sounds weird, it's late and my brain is not thinking of the right way to say that, but I feel like sometimes I just overthink and then second guess. So that's true. You are so sweet. Thank you. Okay, the next one is that you'd be awesome to know in person. I hope that would be true. Thank you. I would hope so. I think I'm a good person. It really hurts my feelings when people, like, when somebody takes something I've said the wrong way and thinks I'm something that I don't consider myself as, or like I don't like to hurt people's feelings, and I don't know, it's just if like one time, this happened not that long ago, I'm not going to go into like huge story time, But it actually shocked me because I was so tired. We were at Mackenzie's drama performance with all the other parents, and I was just super tired. I didn't know any other parents there. In person, in social settings, I can be extroverted, but it takes a lot of effort for me to be extroverted. And sometimes I just don't want to go introduce myself to everybody because it's uncomfortable and it stresses me out. So I had a friend there that I was chatting with, and then she had a friend that she knew, but I did not. And I kind of assumed who she was, but I wasn't quite sure. And, I was we were just talking, and I was talking to my friend, but also, making eye contact with the other person and trying to have moments to include her. But anyway, the next day, my friend was oh, she thought you were unfriendly. She was oh, for the name Rainbow, I thought you would have been more friendly. And I was what? I think I'm friendly. I try so hard to include everybody that it really hurt my feelings to hear that somebody thought I was being unfriendly, but at the same time I'm I can't be on all the time. And it's good because I've been trying to let myself, if you're tired, you don't feel like interacting with the whole room, it's okay not to. So anyway, that was so random based on that, but for the most part, I think I'm a pretty cool person and I'm a pretty good friend. So anyway, thanks for saying that you'd want to know me in person. What the fuck? What was that rant? How long have we been going? Oh god, 17 minutes. That's a long time. Maybe I can fit in 2 more. Okay, 2 more. That's all I'm gonna do. Sorry, 2 more. Making decisions right now, not second guessing. Okay, you're genuinely giving when you can be, and highly protective of your family. Also, a 10 out of 10 mom and wife. Oh man, I know who this is from. I love you. That's true. I am genuinely giving when I can be. All the time. Whenever I can give to somebody, whenever I have the means, or I'm always making little care packages for people. If somebody says they're sick, I'll drop off a little, if I can, I'll drop off a little care package on their doorstep. That's just, I really love to do that for people. And I love to know, I love showing people that they are loved. There was a lady who is about to go on mat leave at Cody's work, and over the weekend I crocheted her up a little baby hat and mitts because Cody was oh, she's going on mat leave, and I was oh, well, let me make her a hat for her baby. I don't know, I tried to be, and I feel that's a really good quality that I like about myself. I could always do better, like anything, but I think I'm decent at that. Highly protective of your family, absolutely. I am 100% like Mama Bear. 100%. I'm incredibly protective of my family. Maybe sometimes it's not always the best thing, but I'm doing what I think is best, and it feels right. I'm guided by my heart, and I just don't settle for bad things when it comes to them. I just no, I'm so protective. Very, very quick to make stern decisions when it comes to protecting my kids and protecting my family and not letting anybody or anything harm them. Yeah, maybe almost to a fault, but can you? I don't know. That's the thing, you can be faulted at for protecting your family. Yeah, okay, it's the next one. Gotta be quick, Rainbow. You are good at keeping healthy boundaries in relationships, for example, in-laws, etc. I would say that is also a very true assumption. Oh, maybe not. I think it is now. I think it's something I'm better at now. I was never great at it before. It's something I've had to work on in my adult life. I used to be, I think because, how I talked about that giving kind of personality trait that I have, there was definitely a time where I would give myself way too much to people that were taking advantage of my kindness, and that was a really hard lesson for me to learn. And so it's something I'm still kind of learning and being wary of now and then. But I think when it comes to what I know and instincts, I am good at setting boundaries. Like, if I come across somebody who is toxic or something, or if there is something that's not good, like, I definitely shield from them, and it's like, no, that's just not going to happen. So things like in-laws, 100%, I'm very good at setting boundaries and keeping healthy boundaries in relationships, but I think that's just from a lot of life lessons very early on. Like, you guys know, I did a series on this in the summertime where I talked about, was it in the summertime? I don't know. Where I just talked about how I grew up in a really crazy environment growing up. That was redundant. But I have to set boundaries because my life was so chaotic that now I know, like, okay, this is toxic, that needs to not be in my life. Like, this is, I know what makes me happy and what is good for me now, and I'm very good at, like, keeping all the rest out. So again, sometimes that can be to a fault, I'm sure. Sometimes I can probably come across as abrasive to those that I set those boundaries with, but I don't know. It's a weird one to navigate sometimes. Okay, I have to stop because this is going to be a long video. So thank you for all of your assumptions about me. That went way better than I thought it would. Nobody was mean, so thank you very much. Got some good questions in there. If this sparked anything in you to, like, be curious about, or maybe to want to hear more about, my dog really wants to cuddle on me. Come on. It's like whining behind me. That's why my shirt is so hairy. Oh, hey, get out of there. Thanks. Yeah, if this sparked anything you want me to go deeper into, or like a topic or something for a future Sip and Share Wednesday video. I know you're seeing this on a Thursday and that's confusing. It's just because I was really too busy to get it up. But usually it's on Wednesdays. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you like this video. You guys know what to do. Giving me thumbs up on and stuff like that, it does help circulate. It does help grow the channel. So when you do that, I really appreciate that. Because I've been on YouTube for a long time. And I love all of you. And I love building our community a little bit. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!